Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a deep dive into Akuma Origins, and at the end of the video I'm going to give you my price prediction for this project. Just before we start this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're doing a big giveaway at 500 subscribers. Make sure that button now to secure your place. Today we're going to take a look at the roadmap, and a rough overview is basically what they plan to do is almost cross this virtual and physical world by offering many ways of doing this. The first thing they offer are going to be seasonal airdrops. They don't specify how long these seasons are going to last, but what they plan to do is they plan to airdrop you an NFT every season, and then basically you can trade in this NFT for a physical and/or digital good on their website. So it's a really cool way of basically rewarding the holders in a virtual and physical way as well. Then they're going to offer this merchandise, and something I get this vibe throughout the whole project is that they're really going to focus on quality rather than just rushing everything out. So I imagine this merchandise will be very high quality and very well designed. The next thing they plan to offer are these collectibles / figurines, and again it's going to be very high quality vinyl figures. Now, one thing I would like to mention, I've been following this project for a while actually, and they actually have come to a slight challenge with these these vinyl figures, and there's been a slight slide in production, so it'll take a little while for these actually collectibles to come out, but still a really cool idea. Next, they have this art book here, and this is less so important to actual holders, and basically they're just going to document, well, they have been documenting the early sketches and basically how the artist behind this project, Matteo A, has basically created the art, which will be a cool thing to actually look into and really kind of help create this brand image for this project. Next, when they plan to do, again, this breach between physical and virtual, they plan to release physical and digital prints for holders. And this is just something which I think is really cool. Again, it's really bringing the physical side into it. And then finally, as we see with pretty much every project these days, they're planning to look to develop their selves into the metaverse and beyond. Potentially, you could see them release 3D characters in the future, but who exactly knows? So this is a very impressive roadmap. They offer a lot of utility to holders. Now, I don't know how they're going to be able to deliver on this. If they manage to deliver this really well and produce really high quality airdrops and physicals and collectibles and merchandise, I could see this roadmap being very, very successful, but it's a lot for them to take on. Another thing I love about the project is the art behind it. We can just see, scrolling through some of the sneak peeks on their Discord, that it's very, very high quality. Each piece is very detailed and everything seems to fit together very, very nicely. Now, Matteo Almonte is the main artist behind this project, and if you go to his Instagram, we can see some of his other work, and it's just this very, very high quality 2D art, so it's something that I'm really enjoyed looking at. Now, if we go over to one of the most recent blog posts, something that I also like seeing is the fact that each of the NFTs will only have 3 colors in it out of the 8 possible colors that you can have. And this just basically avoids you creating some kind of ugly NFT which has 8 different colors in it and none of it matches and none of it flows really well together. But they kind of create this nice piece of only 3 colors so the NFT actually looks very well put together. Now, just a little note on the art as well. This is a collection which actually only released very recently as well, and it's of this similar sort of anime style art, and it's very vibrant and very colorful, just like Akuma Origins is. Now, this is doing very well, and I believe this anime style art is actually doing decently well at the moment, with projects that is popping off as well. So the art behind this project is really well suited to the current market conditions. Another thing I'm really bullish on is how well this team have adapted and how they've always put the community first. So what they actually did recently is they changed their mint price to lower it to 0.055 Ethereum, and they also reduced their collection size to 5,555. Now, this is because for 2 reasons, I believe. Firstly, as they said in this article, it was because of the fact that their vinyl figurine collection wasn't the quality they expected to be, so they're going to have to get this redone, which is going to cause some delays. And also because of the fact, in my opinion, they haven't said this, but because this project wasn't really too hyped up before mint, they didn't really have the most Twitter followers, and potentially if they did an 8.k supply, they might not sell out. So they really put the community first and didn't try and cash grab and made a lower collection, a lower mint price, which I think has done a lot of success at this project. Another thing which they actually have done is they created this raffle system instead of allowing public mint. They're going to have a public mint, which is going to allow 5 mints per transaction, which would most likely be heavily botted and not do very good things for the project. But instead, they've created a public raffle for the last remaining spots to mint for this project, which is really putting the community first and making sure they do not damage their project. And have done all this under the pressure of their project releasing, so props to the team. So now I'm going to give you my price prediction. Now, unfortunately for this project, since it's kind of come out of nowhere into a lot of people's radars, it's getting a lot of hype, the floor price has been very, very volatile, which will make this project very hard to predict, as there are a lot of factors which we haven't really seen before. So we're currently seeing a floor price of around 0.8 Ethereum. Now, a couple of hours ago, we see it kind of top out at around about just under that 1 Ethereum level. And in my opinion, that's because of the fact that it's kind of 1 Ethereum level is a mental block for a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to take profits at this kind of mental barrier they have in their mind. So the main event which could kind of change this price level we have coming up later is a public sale. And in my opinion, this is going to have two counteracting effects. First, it's going to increase supply by around 650. So we could see some flippers who just want to make a quick profit, who don't really know much about this project, and get the hell out. And also the other counteracting effect we could see is that someone who is hoping to win for the raffle, who doesn't win, could then buy on through secondaries who realize they haven't won but still want to be able to get into this project. So these two counteracting effects during public could swing us either above this current floor price or below it. It's really hard to tell currently. So what I think for the time being was we'll kind of sit around this kind of 0.7 to 0.9 Ethereum floor, and depending on how the public sale goes, we could then see it test 1 Ethereum again. However, I think it'll be hard to break this, or we could see it go slightly lower. But I think we'll kind of stay around this kind of 0.8 mark. We may test a 1 Ethereum barrier again, but then we'll come back down. But unfortunately, it's very hard to predict the price for this project due to the nature of how it's kind of come out and how volatile it's been. So thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoy. Make sure to subscribe button to enter the giveaway we have going to go on. Peace.